Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education, more specifically Forex swing trading, using the TC2000 platform. Hello, this is the Forex Week in Review on the 9th of April at 4 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to start off with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. This currency pair was weak. We didn't take this particular trade. I can actually buy below the RL10. This one was above the RL10. You would have been stopped out here once that candle wick went down past the low of this candle. I did not take this long. It was right up against 200 moving day average, and then no further trade the whole week. No trade for Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, on the other hand, superb trade. This fantastic on Monday. Had initial candle here, and then we had a 1-2-3 punch out. All right, so hit our Z3 excursion here on the Heikinashi, and it was a fantastic trade. Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, same thing. This one was phenomenal trade, a 1-2-3 punch out. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. This trade, however, had a 1-2 and then was out at the low of this candle. 1-2, no further trade. The dollar, US dollar, just nothing but consolidation, and could be looking at a collapsing dragon here pretty shortly. So we'll see if the belly of the dragon goes below this belly of the dragon. But had an initial trade here, initial indicator candle here for a 1-2-3 punch out here, and then no further trade. I didn't take this candle. It was lower than the wick here. It didn't look like it was consolidated. It looked like a reverse wedge, and so I just didn't trade it on Thursday. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, on the other hand, phenomenal trade again. Had a trade here, was out, then a 1-2-3 punch out. So order here, and then you could have been out here since the Heikinashi body, or if you stayed at one more candle, would end here. So phenomenal trade for Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Huge drop. Yen dollar, Japanese yen, kind of the same thing here. It was first initial candle for a 1-2-3 punch out. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, had initial candle here, and then for a 1-2, because it hit the Z3 excursion on Heikinashi, 1-2, and then no further trade the rest of the week. Continue to go up. Euro Aussie dollar, nice trade here. Had a 1-2 out at the Z3. Fantastic trade. Euro Canadian dollar, also a good trade here. It had an initial trade here, was out. If you did take this hammer, hammers, if they go above or below, then that's generally the direction of where it's headed. So if you took this for a nice 1-2, would have been a good trade. Because the Heikinashi body is above the RL10, you could take this trade. Euro, British pound, absolutely phenomenal trade. 1-2-3, hit the Z3 excursion for a maximum gain on this. This was absolutely a phenomenal trade. Huge surge to the upside after weeks of going to the down. So Saiken wants to hit the RL270 up there. Euro Japanese yen, kind of a reverse wedge, very choppy trading here, and no trade at all. If you took this trade, you would have been out for a loss here at the height of this one, but no trade. Week long here for Japanese yen. This emerging dragon looks like it's trying to gain steam before it goes up to the high side, but it did this reverse wedge and chopped a lot of retail traders out of the market. Euro New Zealand dollar, wonderful trade here. Had a hammer. I went ahead and get a long here at the high. Nice 1-2-3 here. Good overall trade for New Zealand. Euro New Zealand dollar. Could be going for an emerging dragon. Has to get above this high over here. Euro US dollar, initial trade on Sunday was out. If you had the 2 candle rule, you took it, you would have been out here, or you could have had a short gain here for the RL. So overall, nice, good 1-2-3. British pound, Aussie dollar, no trade here, no trade here. Nice 1-2-3 out at the 200 moving day average. Perfect trade. British pound, Canadian dollar, it just seemed like all of them were collapsing at the same time. This is definitely going to be a collapsing dragon. Look at, just broke through the other support area. The belly of the dragon next week will be below. This is definitely a collapsing dragon. You have a 1-2-3. You use the 200 as your initial out, fine. Stayed in it for a 1-2-3 out, it's also fine. Or if you stayed in it here and followed all the way down, that's also a good thing. So this is a trade that was going in one direction. That is to the down. British pound, Swiss franc, all the Swiss franc pairs pretty much were to the downside. Had an initial trade here, nice 1-2-3 punch out. You stayed in it. You could have put like your stop at the halfway mark, protect your your stop, but it went ahead, hit the Z3 here on the Heikin Ashi. So this is a good trade, even if you stayed in it for another day on Thursday. British pound, Japanese yen, absolutely phenomenal trade. Again, 1, 2, 3 punch out, and that was it. Fantastic. And so with these 3 soldier, 3 crow rules, you know, this is a good way to scalp the market on a daily swing trades. British pound, New Zealand dollar had initial order here for the long side, was out for a loss here, for a small loss here, and then another order for a small gain there. So all in all, overall loss on the initial order here for British pound, New Zealand dollar. British pound, US dollar had a trade here, trade there, then also at half to break even. Came back, broke me out at break even. 1, 2, 3 punch out. So good overall gain for the rest of the week. Zealand Canadian dollar just choppy overall. Had initial trade here, was out for a loss, and no further trade the rest. British pound, Swiss franc, all the Swiss franc pairs were trending. We had a 1, 2, 3 punch out, and that was ended the week on a high note on this. And if you did use the RL270 as a target, great target for Zealand Swiss franc. Continue to go down to the downside, so it looks like it's going to be a nice collapsing dragon. Right, we got winter, spring, winter. Zealand Japanese yen. This was kind of tough trading. This was a 1, and then if you hit out at the RL270, that was a good target. 2, and if you were still in it, had a small loss on the last day. So overall gain for a 1, 2, 3 punch out. Zealand US dollar in reverse wedge, very choppy. At this point, you know, if you took this initial trade here and then did this, you would have found out you were in a reverse wedge and no further trading. I wouldn't have taken the second order there for the 2 candle rule. So then had initial short, but because it was in a reverse wedge, I did not take it, and it's a good thing I didn't. Kind of hovered around here trying to figure out what direction to go. It's got 200 moving day average as support, so if this is a collapsing dragon, it's going to have to get past this. US dollar, Canadian dollar had initial trade here and was out for a loss. So, and Sunday and Monday was in for this trade, so loss here and loss here. No further trade the rest. Zealand Swiss franc, all Swiss franc pairs were great winners for the whole. If you did take this trade here, because the Heikin Ashi body is below the RL10, this would have had another trade. Could have been out here on this one, or followed all the way down with another following stop loss. It just depends on what your risk tolerance. But as soon as you're in a major gain there, put it to break even, or a little bit more than break even. Break even plus dinner for 2. Be a good way to think about it. US dollar, Japanese yen, another good phenomenal trade. 1, 2, and then you could have been out at the RL90 or followed it down. All of these were below, Heikin Ashi bodies below the RL10. Looked like it was a merging dragon, then it's kind of come back down, kind of thinking about what it wants to do now. So here could have been out on this candle here, right? So all of these, you could have had one order here, one order here, one order here, and then close out here. The Heikin Ashi body was above the RL. So this is a good way to look at this particular swing scalp. Silver looks like it's on the rise, has a V formation here. Now it has to get past the 200 moving day average and the RL. Gold also has a V here, so it's kind of in a recovery phase. It was supposed to be a collapsing dragon here, but the body did not go below. The belly of the dragon did not go below this belly of the dragon, and it looks like it's continued up. Now, what we have here was a bearish sign. How it responded so much so that this could be a W formation, right, which is very bullish. And next target would definitely be the Heikin Ashi here for a potential, and then the RL270 for next. Just depends whether or not it wants to continue to consolidate or go in the other direction. It's been going down for a little while now, a couple weeks, so after this long rise during COVID. All right, so we'll see. The other thing too, that gold is now competing with cryptocurrencies at this point, and so you have to be aware of the fact that gold may not be the safe haven like it was. So there may be a new transition to crypto. Well, that's all I have for the Forex weekend review and the 2 candle rule. We're currently conducting a Forex boot camp and a Forex intermediate course. If you're interested, click on the link below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy trading. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information on TC2000, I have an affiliate link below. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.